The 15th of August, 1977 was a routine day at Ohio Wesleyan University, but tonight something was going to happen here which will remain a mystery to humans for years to come. The 30-meter-wide reflector of the radio telescope named Big Ear in the university, at night, detected a very large radio signal at 10:1 meters. This signal passed through the telescope to the IBM 1130 processor, and from there it was automatically processed. After converting, I went to the printer. At this time of the night, there was complete silence in the control room except the sound of the printer. The signal printed on the paper was amidst all the other printouts. It was suppressed, and at the moment no one came to know that the Big Ear telescope had received an alien signal coming from the Sagittarius constellation in the sky. After a few days, the technician in the control room picked up all the printouts and analyzed this signal astronomically. Ahmed looked at it and highlighted it with his red pen and wrote "Wow." Since then it is known as Wow signal, but after all, this signal also has such. What was special was that this has been astronova for the last 47 years and this signal came from the Sagittarius constellation. Was it a message from aliens or just a coincidence? Once again in the videos of Jam TV, Kushmedid Nazarene, there was a study behind the importance of Wow signals which was almost like this. What happened 18 years before WARC was released was that in 1959, Cornell University physicist Philip Morrison and Seppi Kopani released a paper in which it was hypothesized that if there would be any extraterrestrial civilization in the universe, then it would use the frequency of 1420 MHz to communicate with us, the people living on Earth. This frequency naturally emanates from hydrogen, and everyone knows that hydrogen is the most abundant element in this universe and it is used in every technology. It can perhaps be a common and understandable reference for advanced civilization. That is why this frequency is considered ideal for extraterrestrial communication. After this study, in 1973, Ohio State University sent its radio telescope Big Ear to extraterrestrial, i.e., outside the Earth's atmosphere, dedicated to finding signals of intelligent life, and this mission was named Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI. This mission was the longest-running mission of its time, which was designed to search for life outside the Earth. The Big Ear radio telescope was located near the Perkins Observatory on the campus of Ohio Wesleyan University. Its mission was to observe different parts of the sky. Astronova agreed to do this work to understand the data of the Big Ear radio telescope. The 15th of August, the signal received by the telescope at 10:1 on the night of 1977 was so unique and powerful that Aham and his fellow scientists were astonished. The telescope recorded this signal for a full 72 seconds, which after computer conversion became 6 EKJ5. The numbers and letters in the Wow signal are not any hidden message, but they indicate the intensity of the signal and its strength. There are a total of 6 characters in the Wow signal, and each character or number shows the time of 12 seconds, i.e. the telescope will detect the signal for 12 seconds and then record it in the computer and then start recording the next 12 seconds, i.e. if there are 6 characters in the wave signal and each character is of 12 seconds, then it means that what happened was that the Wow signal kept reaching the telescope for a total of 72 seconds. Let us tell you here that when no signal is received in the telescope, it records the value of 0. Which is the smallest. The signal is 1 and so on. As the numbers increase, it means the intensity of the signal is increasing, its strength is increasing. Normally in Big Ear telescope, signals of intensity 1 to 3 or 4 were received, but the Wow signal started with 6. If there is a signal with value greater than 10, then it will be converted into alphabets, as 10 means A, 11 means B and 12 means C. Similarly, it will proceed as the wave second part of the signal. The computer converted it to E, which means 14, that is, where in the last 12 seconds the intensity of the signal was 6, in the second 12 seconds it became 14. The third is Q, whose value becomes 26. The highest value of this signal was 30, which the computer converted into Y converted, and then in the last 2 parts its value became 20, and then the most important thing about this wave signal was that it was only on the frequency channel of 1420 MHz. It was heard that the same frequency which naturally emanates from the hydrogen element is the reason why astronova must be occurring. There are so many asteroids, planets, galaxies, and clusters in the universe. It is possible that this signal may have been generated from somewhere random, then why should it be generated by an alien only? Actually, the 1420 MHz frequency being added is of the hydrogen line, which emits the most common element in the universe. Scientists believe that if an alien civilization wants to communicate, it will choose a universal and easily understood frequency that every advanced species can understand. Secondly, if a line chart is made of the strength of the wow signal, it looks very unique. This signal went up to a value of 30 and then gradually it started fading, and such signals can only be generated intentionally. Another reason for linking the wave signal with aliens is that in space, cosmic events definitely throw signals, but neither do they follow this pattern, i.e. increase slowly and then fade away again, nor do those signals come only once, but there is another special thing about the wow signal which points towards aliens. That is, this signal was heard only once. If this signal was generated due to some natural event, it would have been heard again and again, and above all only in the frequency band of 1420 MHz. Now coming to our second question, from which location in the sky did this wave signal come? The exact location of the wave signal from where it came is very difficult to know due to the design of the Big Air telescope. The telescope has there were separate structures called feed horns. Due to the rotation of the ground, these two feed horns scanned the sky in different directions. The wow signal was heard only in one of these feed nodes but not in the other, and the data was processed in such a way that it was not possible to decide which node heard the signal, so we have two different locations. Where at that time was the direction of both the feed horns, and this signal may have come from both these locations, but it is not exactly confirmed which of these two locations was the location of the signal Sagittarius. It was in a specific area of the constellation which was close to the globular cluster M55 and Tau Sagittarius. This mystery is still unsolved. Because we know that the wow signal came from the Sagittarius constellation, but the exact coordinates could not be confirmed yet. There are many theories and hypotheses about the wow signal as to what it was and where it came from, but scientists do not agree on any one theory. One possibility is that it was an interstellar twink link of a weak signal, much like stars twinkle, but this signal the Very Large Area Telescope, which is a more sensitive telescope than Big Ear, could not detect it. If this signal had been detected on Big Ear due to the interstellar twinkle, then why was it not detected on VL? Hence this theory was also proved wrong. Secondly, it was revealed that it is believed that perhaps this signal was generated from the Earth itself but was reflected from an asteroid or space probe in space and recorded back on the Big Air telescope. But this theory also later proved to be wrong because scientists say that if this signal had been generated on Earth itself, then by the time it collided with the space shuttle and returned, it would not have had enough strength to reach the value of y, i.e. 30. Another issue is that the frequency band of 1420 MHz astronomy it is reserved for Earth, and radios on the ground are not allowed to send signals on this frequency, hence it is not possible for the wow signal to be generated on Earth. Jerry and in 1995, Paul Shue used the telescope of Greek Banks Observatory. Then in 1999, Gray and Simon Ellingson also used the 26-meter telescope of Mount Pleasant Radio Observatory, but the result was always the same: complete silence. Was this signal an accident, or did aliens try to contact us and then stopped? Antonio Perez in 2017 said that this signal could have come from the hydrogen cloud of 2TS266p and 335p, but the Astronova signal is a mystery to which scientists do not have the answer till date. Was it a message from an alien civilization or a natural cosmic event? Scientific community still trying to understand the origin of this signal. Today, almost 47 years have passed since the wow signal was recorded, but on August 15 it is expected that this signal will never be recorded again on any telescope after the night of 1977. Myst Gloom. Hope you all like and share this video. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.